Hello, we're live. I need a 5x5. Yes, sir, we absolutely do. We're just getting the live stream set up right now. Whoa, this is doing my head in. What's going on? So it's high time we made a video. Before we get our 5x5 confirmations, I would urgently request anyone watching this video, can you please share it? There is a possibility that this could get banned or taken down, like a few of my videos have done already. This is hot stuff, what's going on right now. This is involving the United Kingdom with what is going on, what is really going on. It shocked me. I've learned a fair bit on a recent trip to Cardiff, and I'm going to show you exactly what I saw. There's lots going on all over London. There's some spats in Manchester and indeed Birmingham. So thank you to John Farley for that first confirmation, and Jay as well. Cheers, brother. Right, okay, we're going to get straight into it. Usually I wait for loads of people to join the live stream, but we're sending out notifications big time. So if you can hit the thumbs up before we begin, hopefully that will push the video out so as many people get to see this as possible. If you can please share this video, I would seriously appreciate it, because this has happened before. We've talked about similar things and YouTube just literally taken the video down. It got blocked. Simple as that. So if you can share it on Facebook, that really helps. If you can share it on Facebook right now, I would seriously appreciate it. WhatsApp as well, Telegram and all the other socials. I'm not joking. This is seriously appreciated. What we're talking about is literally the UK in the shit right now. And this is only going to get worse as we head towards the predicted time frame, which we've already talked about, right at the end of July, going into August. Things are ramping up, and I'm going to show you lots of stuff. So I'm going to come out of the chat right now. Please share the video, okay? Please share the video and hit the thumbs up, and then come back, and then we are good to go. Right, okay. I'm not going to wait. We're just going to get into it, because this is, I'm trying to do this before they take it down. Right, we're going to start off with this lead story. Record 882 migrants crossed the channel in one day. This is today, people. And as you can tell by the publication time, this was this afternoon. So it's not really a full day. You could easily expect this number to double, okay? So when you hear all of this stuff from Rishi Sunak wanting to stop migrants, etc., it's not happening. This toe rag of a prime minister is not doing anything to stop our invasion. We are being invaded. And I'm not making this up. We are going to go through lots of stuff, and I'm hoping that this video doesn't get taken down, okay? I'm not joking. So yeah, if you can please share the video, massively would help out a lot. So we are going to fleet through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos, and we're going to look through some street view stuff on maps. It's going to be shocking, all right? So hold on to your hats, boys and girls, okay? This, what we're going to see now, this happened today, okay? So we're just going to roll VT. If you're late to the party, I suggest that you skip back to the beginning and watch. If you're watching on the replay, please share it before it gets taken down. I suspect this time tomorrow this would be banned. So get it out there, copy it, share it.
Hey, get like
you tried to run everyone over.
Yo!
We can't show any more, unfortunately. This was today. I believe it was in Leicester. This is a family who own a Hindu mosque being targeted by these thugs who are allowed to be over here. Now, when you see arseholes like this, now you are starting to see the truth of what's happening. All of these people you're seeing on the screen right now should be 100% thoroughly ashamed of themselves. Absolutely beyond question. Okay. Right. Let me just move through this. Right. Yeah. The previous footage you saw was in Leicester. What are we looking at? This is South Wales. This right, hold on to your hats, guys. Please share the video because I reckon they're going to be taking this down before it ends. So we're going to hope and pray that this works. Okay, this was in Cardiff. This is what's going on in Cardiff. It's crazy because I can count my lucky stars because I was in Cardiff only a few days ago, and I'm going to get to that in a sec. What have we got next? Right. Here's the next one. This is in London. Okay, we're going to show what's happened in London. Unbelievable. It's just a guy holding up a banner, and look what happens. The intimidation, the lack of police, and this is in our own country in London. If I can just show that.
صحنه‌ای که یکی از بچه‌های پادشاه شاه به دست گرفته اکتبر 7 جنوساید حماس است. میخوام بهش به یکی از بچه‌های پادشاه شاه به لندن حمله شد. No.
We can't show what happens next for obvious reasons, but this stuff is starting to boil over now. We're rolling on to the next one. This is quite shocking. This is in Luton. So any of you guys in Luton, I couldn't believe this. This is happening as well. I've turned the volume down on this particular video because I'm not a fan of that Islamic music. I just don't like it at all. This is the UK and not an Islamic country, but as you can tell here, it doesn't really look like the UK that we know and love. This is just a walk towards Luton Central Mosque. And basically what we are looking at is just a sign of the times now. Oh my God, this was shocking. If this was the right one, I'm just queuing up these videos. If you can please share it, it would really help, because I've got a feeling this is just going to be popped like the other two. You know, when I said about the crime going on, as predicted, when all of this stuff started to happen, wow, here's a very small example of that, where in the UK, the police are not armed. We have security, and security literally pretty much have their hands tied behind their back because of health and safety, human rights. All of the bullshit liberal laws that we have in this country has just left the whole of the UK open to attack. Now, I'm not sure how much I can share of this, but we're going to roll VT, if I can just get it on here.
They're going crazy in there. And look at that. You don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. Get a better view. Come right there. Get a better view. Man, I need backup. Going off. Bless you. Hey, have a nice day, yeah? I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Yeah, you call the police. That's class.
Honestly, the crime that's going on, that was just a little glimpse of what's going on in London. Now, do you remember the things I was talking about this is an invasion? This is like a Trojan horse, which is coming in, and we are starting to see trouble. Wow, what I'm about to play you now is quite shocking. All right, so I want you to watch this, and like I say, if you can, please share it. Any support, links below, it really does go appreciated. So let's get on with this quick before this goes. Okay.
You were basically thinking of taking violent action, which would have presumably resulted in people's deaths.
Yes, they said that there's a never-ending war between Muslims and non-Muslims, that there's this grand cosmic war, and that essentially Britain is the enemy. I'm living in enemy territory, and that when the time is right, we will all rise up and fight jihad, violent jihad, against the non-Muslims.
And this is what you're being taught from 6 years old in a mosque in London.
Both at mosque and at home, yes.
Wow.
So you heard it. What we've been talking about for ages, it's all coming out now. I need to make sure. This was today. This is in a place called Southall in West London, when the police have been attacked. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but this is the shocking what's really going on. This is the United Kingdom, boys and girls. So let me just try and cue that. There we are. Like I said, got to be really careful to what gets shown here. When I said earlier, when I visited Cardiff, the traffic was a nightmare. Someone called Taylor Swift turned up in town and they literally just gridlocked the whole of South Cardiff for hours. And I had to navigate myself through the streets. So this is the first time for me going through the back way. And one of the roads that I cut through, I was shocked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the street that I'm talking about. Now, this is one of many streets like this in Cardiff. And no doubt there are streets like this all over the UK in urban environments. So we are going to go down the street and I'm going to show you the truth of what happens when these migrants move from the hotels and into houses. And then some of them start up businesses or get involved in businesses and the whole neighborhood goes to shit. This is just one example. Okay, you can just tell generally the place is starting to get run down with graffiti, etc. It's just shocking what's going on. Like I say, this is just one street that I went down. The Ali Barber shop. Okay. Not many British shops, I'm ashamed to say. But look, they've taken the whole block. Look at all of this. These were all UK shops and UK houses. Now it's been completely taken over. As we go down the road, I don't know when this map was taken, but when I was down there, I felt like a minority in my own country. And I'm not ashamed to say it, but it's absolutely the friggin' truth. And this is what needs to be shown and talked about, okay? Oh, look at that, funky chicken. No, nothing to do with me. Again, another Premier Inn. A fish bar. Ladies only gym, that's all gone and boarded up. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. East Afro Beauty and Cosmetics. I'll tell you what, it wasn't a very nice feeling coming down here. Literally, you know, SOPs, as soon as I go into places like this, I lock all my doors, okay? It's a standard operating procedure. You should at least do that. Yeah, not a very nice place at all. As you can tell, lots of these businesses are boarded up. There's so many unsavory characters lurking around, especially on the corners. It just looked like a scene from New York. I couldn't believe it. And this is just a tiny little back street in Wales. And I could not believe what I was seeing when I was driving down here. Literally, the whole place isn't very good at all. You can tell more shops that are getting boarded up. And like I say, I don't know how old this is, but when I went down there, there's just so many foreign businesses down there. It's easily outnumbering traditional UK shops. Whatever that means. Halal meat. There's the symbol there for halal. And I could do a whole new video based upon what's going on in the slaughterhouses around the UK, the abattoirs. Unbelievable what's going on. I don't even know. I just don't know anymore. Okay, this isn't the UK that I know. It really is a different place. And the funny thing is, there's a police station there. So I don't know how these guys feel about all of this crazy takeover that's going on. It's just absolutely bonkers. Pharmacy. like I say, there was so much crazy feeling going on. Like I say, this is just in one street. It was a complete eye opener for me when I come down here. It was bonkers, to be fair. So that was what I was experiencing alongside all of the other things that have been going on. Thank you for that donation, Anonymous on PayPal. Yes, we're trying to keep this live, and please share if you can in case this gets taken down. We are seeing the collapse. This is real and this is happening. Okay. All I can say is what I've been saying for ages is do whatever you can to get out of the cities. Okay. The cities are hotbeds of this sort of activity. Slowly but surely, I'm coming out of the chat because it's just going too fast. It's just going bonkers, and we're getting more and more and more of this migrant situation coming over to the UK every single day. Like we saw today, it was a record, and I would guess that it was over 1,000 of these illegal fighting age only migrants coming on the shore of the United Kingdom. It's sickening, to be fair. All of these things now are ramping up big time. So what do we need to do? Well, I'll tell you what would be a good idea. And I spoke to a really nice family who come to the prepper meet, and they've taken my advice along with many others who I spoke to online as well. Okay, now the advice is the Paris Olympics. Okay, let me just pull that up. Excuse me. Okay, bing, bang, boom. We're on. Okay, so what we're talking about, the Paris Olympics, the 26th of July until the 11th of August. I think it's around 16 days or something like that. Okay, this time frame, this window of time has had predictions from a good friend of mine in Texas, and it's never been wrong yet. And no one is willing to debate him because he backed up everything, and no one can deny what he's saying. He predicts that in that time frame, we are going to see sporadic violence across all major cities and towns across the West. Yeah, let that sink in. Europe, UK, America, and Canada. Expect to see lots of shit going down. We've already spoke about wherever the mosques are, they're a good place to stay away from. Indeed, the family that was speaking to me, if you're watching, good to see you. A lovely family you got there, but they've decided to go somewhere very remote. I'm not going to say where, but they are going to go somewhere very remote and treat it as a camping holiday. Now, here's the thing. If, and it is an if nothing happens at all, what we can do is we can say, well, at least we decided to give ourselves a well-earned break, because the stuff that's coming out online now is absolutely shocking. And this momentum of this violence from Islamic people, shall we say, is building. It's getting more and more and more. And what have we already spoken about? Police numbers. Police numbers are falling. There is nowhere near enough police to contain any sort of breakout of violence. So where does that leave us? It leaves us vulnerable. If we are prepping for this, a good tip would be get away from anywhere in the UK that has a mosque. If you live near a mosque, my advice is to get away from mosques, because these are appearing to be places where these sorts of acts of violence could be starting from. Okay, we've already spoken about all of these migrants getting moved into hotels, and then they are getting farmed out to towns and cities and indeed villages all around the UK, even in the countryside. Even I've heard reports of places like the Cotswolds and in and around Mayfair in London. We are seeing a rise in non-national activity, moreover criminal activity. They're coming over here and we don't know their background. We don't know what they have committed before, crime-wise. We do not know anything about them. Why are they all male? Why are they not bringing over their children and their parents, if indeed they are fleeing a war-torn country like we are being led to believe? I'm telling you now, from the intel that I'm getting from people all over the West, from what they are seeing, they're filming on their phones, this shit is real and it's coming down the road. We need to get ready. Like I said, at the very least, those dates, please make sure that you're not going to be in an urban environment. If you do decide to hang around during that time, make sure you take adequate precautions. I am not going to say any more than that. I will leave that entirely up to your imagination, because at the end of the day, it looks like we're outnumbered already. Now, I couldn't manage to find it, but there was something going around on Instagram, probably from TikTok earlier, with this woman saying about the statistics of the population percentages. Incredible. I think it was somewhere in Amsterdam, 70% of the population of Amsterdam now are not national, if that makes sense. London is skyrocketing through the roof, and other little countries around Europe and in America as well. These population numbers are increasing very, very fast. We are witnessing a takeover of all Western first world countries. It's undeniable now. If you don't believe me, please walk around town centres, city centres, and just stop and look and observe. And say to yourself, what was this place like 20, 30, 40 years ago? Was it like what it is now? Are we seeing the rates of decline like we're seeing now back in them days? No, everything seems to be falling apart. Like I said in the start of this video on the title, this is real and this is happening. We are absolutely 100% being brainwashed from the mainstream media. People like me and others, we are being referred to now as alt media, as in alternative, because the masses, believe it or not, are very slowly starting to wake up and smell the coffee, because they are no longer trusting the BBC, Sky News, The Guardian, all the rest of it. They are coming to channels like mine and indeed many others, which is why it's so important to please share this video and other videos that I do, because I've already had 2 taken down and 3 demonetized. The advertising revenue for my videos nowadays is pretty much non-existent. Why? Because advertisers don't want to associate their product with people like me speaking the truth. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm thinking of our kids and our grandkids' futures. Because let me tell you this, if we don't do nothing to try and stop or slow down this, how are we going to look into their eyes and say, when all this was going on, guess what, son? Guess what, my love? I done absolutely nothing at all. How are you going to feel when you say that? Or are you going to say, I was part of the Blade Runners. I was going around London cutting down ULIS cameras. I was going on protest marches to stop the barges, etc., and stop the boats. We need to do something. Believe it or not, now is the time and the clock is ticking. I think it's a waste of time contacting MPs and going on protest, because they don't really seem to be doing anything. Something needs to be done. And it's all stemming from down the southeast of England, where the border force should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves. The RNLI should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves. People have been telling me already, people have been boycotting the RNLI. They are no longer paying them whatever it is every month as donations. And they are literally struggling. All because they have decided, or they have been told, whatever it is, to help in this invasion. And it is an invasion into our beautiful country. That's the Union Jack behind me there. I'm very proud to fly that, and I'm never going to be ashamed or embarrassed to fly that flag. But when you start seeing these Islamic flags, these pro-Palestinian flags going everywhere, don't get me started on those pride woke bullshit flags either. This is our country, and this is the flag that we should be flying. Any other flag shouldn't really be allowed. If you want to go and fly them flags, go to the country where they belong and fly them there. They are not welcome in this country. We need to start doing something, boys and girls. The shit's getting real, and it's looking like this summer we are going to see a massive upsurge in crime. So do yourself a favor, stay tuned for future videos, because as any information comes my way, I will be doing my best to share it with you, and hope to God that it doesn't get banned. So please share this on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Telegram, etc. I'm not joking, it helps. And luckily, lots of people got to saw that video, the one that got banned the other day. Luckily, and some people have saved it. So thank you to all of you people who've done that and are circulating it through other platforms other than WokeTube. So you guys, thank you so much for your support with all of the donations. The links are below. That really helps keeps this channel afloat, because when you're speaking the truth, you get silenced. And yes, I'm being shadow banned. Please share and take care. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.